Beneath the sands, hidden in jungles, and even lying beneath the ocean waves are places that defy the very boundaries of history as we know it. These are not just ruins or monuments. They are puzzles carved into the fabric of time, reminders that humanity's past may hold secrets far beyond our current understanding. Imagine standing before the Yonaguni structures off the coast of Japan, massive stone formations submerged under the sea, sparking debates on whether they are natural wonders or the remains of an unknown civilization. Or walking through PINARA in Turkey, where hundreds of mysterious rock-cut tombs cling to the cliffs, silently watching over the valley below, their true origins still clouded in uncertainty. And then there is Luxor Temple in Egypt, a breathtaking monument of colossal statues and hieroglyphs, yet still raising questions about the hidden knowledge and lost techniques of the ancients who built it. Each of these sites whispers the same haunting question: how much of humanity's story remains untold? In this journey, we'll uncover mind-blowing archaeological discoveries that no one can fully explain, moments frozen in stone, daring us to look deeper. Mount NEMRUT. High in southeastern Turkey, Mount NEMRUT rises more than 7,000 feet, crowned with one of archaeology's most baffling monuments. In the 1st century before Christ, King Antiochus I of Commagene ordered colossal stone statues of gods, eagles, and lions to be placed around a royal tomb sanctuary. Today, their decapitated heads, some taller than a person, lie scattered across the summit. Geologists note that the site overlooks the Euphrates Valley, a strategic crossroads of empires. Yet the exact purpose of this mountain sanctuary, part tomb, part temple, part celestial observatory, remains shrouded in mystery. PINARA. Hidden deep in the mountains of southwestern Turkey lies the ancient Lycian city of PINARA, a site that still puzzles archaeologists today. Built over 2,000 years ago, this city is carved directly into steep cliffs, with hundreds of mysterious rock-cut tombs resembling giant beehives. Some chambers are so high and inaccessible that no one can explain how ancient builders reached them. Surrounded by rugged valleys and pine forests, PINARA reveals a blend of nature and human ingenuity, yet many of its secrets remain unsolved. Pyramids of MEROE. In the deserts of Sudan rise the Pyramids of MEROE, a forgotten royal necropolis that has baffled archaeologists for centuries. Built over 2,000 years ago by the Kingdom of Kush, these structures differ from Egypt's famous pyramids. They are far steeper, narrower, and smaller in scale, yet no less mysterious. More than 200 stand clustered in golden sands, many aligned with celestial patterns. Who designed them, and why such unique architecture developed here, remains a puzzle that continues to challenge history. Yonaguni structures. Off the coast of Japan's Okinawa lies one of the most baffling underwater discoveries in modern archaeology, the Yonaguni structures. Submerged at a depth of nearly 100 feet, this vast formation of terraces, steps, and what appears to be monumental platforms stretches for hundreds of feet beneath the waves. Some scientists argue it is a natural geological formation shaped by tectonic forces, while others believe it is the sunken remains of an ancient civilization that predates known Japanese history by thousands of years. Massive flat surfaces, right-angled corners, and what look like stairways challenge the idea of pure natural origin. If human hands truly carved Yonaguni, it would rewrite our understanding of civilization in East Asia, pushing organized architecture back to a time long before recorded history. Whether natural wonder or a forgotten city swallowed by the ocean, Yonaguni remains one of the most mysterious archaeological enigmas in the world. Angkor Wat. Deep in the jungles of Cambodia rises Angkor Wat, the largest religious monument on Earth, covering more than 400 acres. Built in the early 12th century by King Suryavarman II, this vast temple complex is aligned with celestial events, its towers echoing the peaks of mythical Mount Meru, the home of the gods in Hindu cosmology. Carved from millions of sandstone blocks, transported from quarries miles away, the scale of its construction still defies explanation. Intricate bas-reliefs stretch for thousands of feet, depicting epic battles and cosmic myths with extraordinary precision. Yet mysteries remain. How such a massive workforce was organized, why the Khmer Empire suddenly declined, and how the temple shifted from Hinduism to Buddhism while remaining a spiritual center. Angkor Wat is not only a masterpiece of architecture, but also an enduring riddle, an ancient city of stone where history, mythology, and unanswered questions are carved into every wall. Masada, rising over 1,000 feet above the Judean desert, is a fortress carved into a flat-topped plateau overlooking the Dead Sea. Built by King Herod in the 1st century BCE, it housed palaces, storerooms, and vast cisterns ingeniously designed to trap desert rain. In 73 CE, it became the site of a dramatic siege where Jewish rebels resisted Rome. Archaeologists uncovered mosaics, weapons, and Roman siege works, evidence of both luxury and tragedy, making Masada an enduring symbol of resilience. Teyuna. Hidden deep in Colombia's Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta, Teyuna, often called the Lost City, was built around the 9th century, making it centuries older than Machu Picchu. Perched on steep jungle slopes, it consists of over 200 stone terraces connected by thousands of carved steps that climb the mountainside. Archaeologists believe it was a major hub of the Tairona civilization, yet its sudden abandonment remains a mystery. Today, its moss-covered ruins whisper of an advanced city swallowed by the forest. Hidden deep within the rugged canyons of southern Jordan lies Petra, an archaeological wonder carved from rose-red sandstone cliffs. Founded over 2,000 years ago by the Nabateans, this desert city became a vital crossroads of trade, connecting Arabia, Egypt, and the Mediterranean. Its most iconic monument, Al-Khazneh, known as the Treasury, soars nearly 130 feet, carved with extraordinary precision into solid rock. Beyond it stretched temples, tombs, and an amphitheater that could seat thousands, all hewn directly from the mountains. The Nabateans also engineered complex water channels and cisterns to thrive in this arid landscape. Yet, how such advanced techniques emerged in such isolation continues to puzzle archaeologists, leaving Petra both a masterpiece of human ingenuity and an enduring mystery. Nazca Lines. Across the arid plains of southern Peru stretch the Nazca Lines, massive geoglyphs etched into the desert floor over 1,500 years ago. Spanning more than 50 miles, these lines form giant shapes of animals, plants, and geometric patterns, some stretching hundreds of feet across. Visible only from the sky, their purpose remains one of archaeology's greatest mysteries. Were they astronomical calendars, sacred pathways, or messages to the gods? Despite modern research, the precision and scale of the Nazca Lines defy simple explanation, leaving behind haunting traces of an ancient civilization's genius. Carved high into the sandstone cliffs of Colorado's Mesa Verde lies the Cliff Palace, the largest cliff dwelling in North America. Built by the ancestral Puebloans around the 12th century, this remarkable structure once held over 150 rooms and more than 20 ceremonial chambers, known as kivas. Balanced beneath a natural rock alcove, its design reveals advanced knowledge of stone masonry, water collection, and community planning. Yet questions linger. Why was such a vast city suddenly abandoned after only a few generations? The Cliff Palace endures as both a masterpiece of ancient engineering and an unsolved archaeological mystery. Nakum. Hidden in the dense Guatemalan jungle, Nakum was once a powerful Maya city that flourished around the 4th century. Rising beside the Holmul River, it features plazas, pyramids, and intricate stone carvings. Archaeologists uncovered royal tombs and water systems that reveal advanced urban planning. Yet, despite its strength, Nakum was mysteriously abandoned, left to be reclaimed by the forest. Its ruins still stand as silent witnesses to a civilization whose sudden decline continues to puzzle researchers. Deep in southeastern Turkey lies Karahan Tepe, a prehistoric site older than even Göbekli Tepe. Dating back nearly 12,000 years, it reveals massive T-shaped pillars, stone-carved heads, and mysterious chambers buried beneath the earth. Perched on a barren plateau, it challenges everything we know about the birth of civilization. How could hunter-gatherers, without metal or writing, design such sophisticated architecture? The ruins whisper of a forgotten chapter in human history that science still struggles to explain. Karnak Temple. Rising from the desert sands of Luxor, the Karnak Temple complex is one of the most astonishing archaeological sites in the world, stretching across more than 200 acres. Built and expanded over nearly 2,000 years, it served as the spiritual heart of ancient Thebes and a living record of Egyptian history. Within its walls, massive stone pylons, towering obelisks, and a forest of columns in the great hypostyle hall create a sense of scale that defies imagination, each carved block weighing tons, yet aligned with mathematical precision. The temple's axis was deliberately oriented with celestial events, tying the rituals of pharaohs to the movements of the heavens. Hidden chambers, half-erased inscriptions, and unfinished carvings reveal a site that was constantly evolving, shaped by dozens of rulers. Even today, scientists and historians puzzle over how such immense structures were erected with simple tools, and why the builders placed such emphasis on astronomical alignment. Karnak remains not just a monument of stone, but a mysterious dialogue between humanity, power, and the cosmos. Hidden deep in the northern jungles of Belize, Lamani stands as one of the most enduring Maya cities, occupied for more than 3,000 years. Its name, meaning submerged crocodile, reflects the sacred presence of the nearby lagoon. Towering temples like the High Temple, rising over 100 feet, and the Mask Temple, adorned with giant carved faces, still dominate the forest canopy. Excavations revealed rare copper artifacts, evidence of vast trade networks reaching beyond Central America. Ball courts, plazas, and ceremonial structures emerge from the jungle, leaving behind unanswered questions: how this city thrived while others collapsed, and why its temples align so perfectly with celestial events. Khajuraho. In the heart of Madhya Pradesh, India, lies Khajuraho, a UNESCO World Heritage Site where fewer than 30 temples remain from an original 85 built nearly 1,000 years ago. These sandstone marvels are celebrated for their intricate carvings, ranging from divine deities and mythical beasts to detailed depictions of everyday life. Rising against the backdrop of central India's plains, their precise alignments and architectural symmetry astonish archaeologists. How artisans achieved such mastery with simple tools and why the temples suddenly declined remain enduring mysteries. High in the remote mountains of western Tibet lies Saparang, the mysterious, ruined capital of the ancient Guj kingdom. Perched on a rugged hillside over 10,000 feet above sea level, its eroded caves and crumbling fortresses cling to steep cliffs. Once a thriving center of trade and Buddhism in the 11th century, Saparang's temples still reveal vivid murals and intricate carvings. Yet how such a grand city flourished in this harsh terrain, and why it was suddenly abandoned, remains an unsolved archaeological riddle. Carved into sheer sandstone cliffs and painted across hidden canyon walls, Utah's petroglyphs and pictographs reveal a past cloaked in mystery. Some date back more than 2,000 years, linked to the Fremont and ancestral Puebloan cultures. Yet others are far older, their makers unknown. Human-like beings with elongated bodies, spirals, animals, and towering horned figures appear in places with no sign of settlement, raising questions of purpose. Were they sacred records, star maps, or warnings? The desert's extremes of heat, cold, and wind have preserved these haunting images, their pigments and carvings surviving against all odds. Archaeologists have traced fragments of meaning, but much remains undeciphered, leaving us with a visual language that defies time. Standing before them, one feels the weight of voices reaching across millennia, offering glimpses of worlds and beliefs forever beyond full comprehension. Temple of Abydos. Deep in southern Egypt lies the Temple of Abydos, one of the most enigmatic sanctuaries of the ancient world. Built over 3,000 years ago by Pharaoh Seti I and later completed by his son Ramses II, its walls hold more than just sacred carvings. Among the hieroglyphs are puzzling images resembling modern machines, shapes that some claim look like a helicopter, submarine, or even spacecraft. The temple stands near the Nile on desert ground, where shifting sands preserved its structure, yet these mysterious carvings continue to fuel debate. Were they mere coincidences of overlapping hieroglyphs or traces of lost knowledge? High in Peru's Sacred Valley, Pisac reveals the brilliance of Inca engineering. Perched nearly 10,000 feet above sea level, its vast terraces carved into steep mountainsides once transformed rugged slopes into fertile farmland. At its heart lie finely cut stone walls, temples, and watchtowers aligned with celestial events. The precision of its masonry, fitted without mortar, still defies explanation. Was Pisac only a fortress, an agricultural hub, or also a sacred observatory tied to the cosmos? Hidden in the hills of northwestern Greece, the aqueduct of Nicopolis stretches for nearly 30 miles, channeling water from the Lauros River to the ancient city founded by Emperor Augustus. Built in the 1st century, its tunnels, stone arches, and underground channels reveal astonishing Roman engineering. Yet questions remain. How did builders achieve such precise gradients across rugged terrain without modern tools? This forgotten masterpiece still challenges our understanding of ancient science. Persepolis. Rising from the desert plateau of southern Iran, Persepolis was founded by Darius the Great more than 25 centuries ago as the ceremonial heart of the Persian Empire. Its vast terraces, carved stairways, and towering stone columns still whisper of unmatched grandeur. Intricately carved reliefs depict delegations from across the empire, offering tribute in a timeless procession. Yet mysteries remain. How did ancient builders transport and raise blocks weighing many tons with such flawless precision? Persepolis endures as a riddle of power, artistry, and forgotten engineering genius. High above the city of Cusco, the massive stone walls of Sacsayhuaman rise like a puzzle carved into the Andes. Built by the Inca in the 15th century, its megaliths, some weighing over 100 tons, fit together so perfectly that even a blade of grass cannot slide between them. Perched at more than 12,000 feet, this fortress-like complex commands sweeping views of the Sacred Valley. Yet how ancient engineers cut, moved, and assembled such colossal stones with no iron tools or wheels remains one of archaeology's most baffling enigmas. Hegra. Hidden deep in the desert of Saudi Arabia lies Hegra, also known as Al-Hijr, the first UNESCO World Heritage Site of the kingdom. Dating back over 2,000 years, it was a key Nabatean settlement carved into golden sandstone cliffs, much like its sister city Petra. More than 100 rock-cut tombs with towering facades still stand, decorated with columns and mysterious symbols. Surrounded by arid plains and rugged outcrops, Hegra's precision stonework raises enduring questions. How did an ancient desert people achieve such monumental architecture with tools so simple? High in the arid valleys of southern Peru, the Palpa geoglyphs stretch across desert hillsides, older and more mysterious than the famous Nazca lines. Believed to date back nearly 2,000 years, these enormous figures, spirals, humanoid shapes, and intricate geometric patterns were etched into the earth by pre-Inca cultures. Unlike Nazca's flat plains, Palpa's geoglyphs climb rugged slopes, making them visible from nearby ridges. Archaeologists still puzzle over their purpose. Were they ceremonial pathways, messages to the gods, or ancient astronomical calendars? Deep in the dense jungles of northern Guatemala rises Tikal, one of the greatest cities of the ancient Maya world. Founded over 2,000 years ago, this metropolis once held tens of thousands of people and rivaled the largest centers of its time. Towering limestone pyramids pierce the canopy, with Temple 4 soaring more than 212 feet high, offering a view across endless rainforest. The city sprawls over more than 25 square miles, filled with plazas, causeways, and ball courts. Carved stelae still stand, preserving cryptic glyphs of kings, battles, and celestial events. Yet many questions remain. How did the Maya engineer such a thriving city in a challenging environment? And why did it collapse so suddenly? Tikal's silent ruins continue to guard secrets of a civilization both brilliant and enigmatic, leaving archaeologists searching for answers hidden beneath the jungle floor. Göbekli Tepe. On a remote hilltop in southeastern Turkey lies Göbekli Tepe, a site that has shaken the foundations of archaeology. Dated to more than 11,000 years ago, long before the invention of writing or the wheel, this sanctuary features massive T-shaped limestone pillars, some towering over 16 feet and weighing up to 20 tons. Arranged in circular enclosures, many are carved with intricate reliefs of foxes, snakes, and birds, symbols hinting at a forgotten belief system. What makes Göbekli Tepe extraordinary is that it predates agriculture and permanent settlements, suggesting that organized religion may have sparked civilization rather than the other way around. Buried intentionally beneath layers of earth, the site raises haunting questions. Who built it? Why was it abandoned? And what lost knowledge lies beneath its stones? Today, Göbekli Tepe stands as one of the world's greatest unsolved archaeological mysteries. On the east bank of the Nile, in the very heart of ancient Thebes, stands the Luxor Temple, an archaeological marvel that has withstood more than 3,000 years of history. Constructed under Pharaoh Amenhotep III around the 14th century BCE and later expanded by Ramses II, this immense temple was dedicated not to a single deity, but to the renewal of kingship itself. Its massive sandstone columns, some towering nearly 70 feet high, frame vast courtyards and chambers once filled with sacred rituals. At the grand entrance, colossal statues of Ramses still gaze forward, while one of the original twin obelisks remains. Its partner now rises in Paris. The temple once connected to Karnak through an avenue of more than 600 sphinxes, stretching nearly 2 miles, the ceremonial route of the annual Opet festival. What makes Luxor extraordinary is its layered history. Roman sanctuaries were built within its walls, and a 12th century mosque still functions above its ruins. How ancient builders transported the megaliths, aligned them with celestial cycles, and achieved such lasting perfection remains one of archaeology's most enduring mysteries. In the dry plains of central Myanmar lies Bagan, a breathtaking archaeological wonder where more than 2,000 temples, pagodas, and monasteries rise from the earth. Built between the 9th and 13th centuries, this ancient city was once the heart of a powerful kingdom. Its brick and stucco structures stretch across over 20 square miles, aligned with sacred cosmology and riverside geography. Many temples still hold intricate murals, carvings, and inscriptions that hint at advanced astronomical and architectural knowledge. The sheer scale and spiritual symbolism of Bagan continue to mystify archaeologists today. Koker. Hidden in the dense forests of northern Cambodia, Koker stands as one of the most enigmatic capitals of the Khmer Empire. Rising from the jungle is Prasat Tom, a 7-tiered step pyramid that soars more than 115 feet. Unlike any other temple in Southeast Asia, and bearing a striking resemblance to Mesoamerican pyramids. Archaeologists have identified over 100 sanctuaries and shrines scattered across nearly 50 square miles, once connected by vast water reservoirs and causeways. Among the most astonishing finds is a colossal stone linga, almost 15 feet tall, symbolizing divine power. Yet despite its grandeur, Koker was mysteriously abandoned after only a few decades, leaving behind weathered carvings, toppled monuments, and silent ruins slowly reclaimed by the jungle, an unsolved riddle etched in stone. On the windswept shores of southern India lies Mahabalipuram, a site carved from stone and legend. Built during the 7th century under the Pallava dynasty, this ancient port city reveals breathtaking, monolithic wonders. The shore temple rises dramatically above the Bay of Bengal, while the Pancharathas, or 5 chariots, were each hewn from single granite boulders, showcasing incredible precision. Equally mysterious is the massive open-air rock relief known as Arjuna's Penance, stretching nearly 100 feet, depicting celestial beings, animals, and mythic scenes. Scattered across the rocky terrain are cave sanctuaries, intricately carved with deities and cosmic motifs, blending artistry with devotion. Adding to the enigma is Krishna's butterball, a colossal granite boulder perched impossibly on a slope for centuries, defying gravity. Together, these silent stones whisper of lost maritime power, spiritual grandeur, and engineering feats no one can fully explain. Hidden deep in the jungles of Ecuador stand the mysterious pyramids of Gualiman, a site that has baffled archaeologists for decades. Unlike the smooth, towering pyramids of Egypt, these stone structures are built with unusually large, precisely cut blocks stacked in a step-like formation. Their remote location on rugged Andean terrain makes their construction a puzzle. How could ancient builders move such heavy stones without advanced tools? Even stranger, the pyramids align with celestial events, hinting at astronomical knowledge far beyond their time. To this day, no one fully understands who built them or why. Hidden deep beneath the rugged landscape of Cappadocia in central Turkey lies Derinkuyu, an underground city that plunges more than 18 stories into the earth. Unearthed by accident in the 1960s, this vast subterranean labyrinth could shelter nearly 20,000 people, complete with stables, kitchens, wineries, wells, schools, and chapels. Carved into soft, volcanic tuff, its design shows remarkable ingenuity. Air shafts for ventilation, interconnected tunnels, and enormous circular stone doors weighing tons to block intruders. Some passages even connect Derinkuyu to neighboring underground complexes miles away. Yet archaeologists remain puzzled. Who first built this massive refuge? And for what purpose? Was it for protection against invading armies, or something far older and more mysterious? The origins of Derinkuyu remain one of archaeology's most mind-bending enigmas. Carved into the basalt cliffs of Maharashtra, India, the Ellora Caves form one of the most astonishing archaeological wonders on Earth. This vast complex stretches for nearly 2 miles and contains 34 monasteries and temples, all hewn directly from solid rock between the 6th and 10th centuries. The most mind-bending is the Kailasa Temple, a colossal shrine dedicated to Lord Shiva, carved from a single monolithic block. Engineers removed hundreds of thousands of tons of stone with precision that defies comprehension, creating towering pillars, intricate sculptures, and vast courtyards. How ancient craftsmen achieved this without modern tools remains a profound mystery, leaving Ellora as both a sacred site and an enduring puzzle of human ingenuity. Rising from the sands of southern Egypt, the Temple of Edfu stands as one of the best preserved monuments of the ancient world. Dedicated to the falcon god Horus, this colossal sandstone structure was built over nearly 2 centuries, beginning in the 3rd century BCE. Measuring more than 130 feet high, its towering pylons guard a labyrinth of chambers, courtyards, and sacred halls, all covered in hieroglyphs that recount lost myths and cosmic battles. Archaeologists are still baffled by the precision of its construction and the astonishing alignment of the temple with celestial bodies. Beneath layers of inscriptions lie clues to rituals and technologies that remain only partly understood, making Edfu not just a religious sanctuary, but also a mysterious time capsule of ancient Egyptian science, architecture, and cosmic belief. Across the desert of California's Colorado River Basin lies one of North America's most mysterious wonders, the Blythe intaglios. These gigantic geoglyphs, etched into the desert floor, stretch more than 100 feet long and depict human and animal figures visible only from the sky. Believed to be over 1,000 years old, their purpose remains unknown. Were they ceremonial offerings, star maps, or messages to the gods? Carved into barren land with remarkable precision, they defy simple explanation. Calakmul. Deep in the dense jungles of Mexico's Yucatan lies Calakmul, one of the greatest yet least understood cities of the Maya world. Once a powerful rival to Tikal, it flourished for centuries, leaving behind towering pyramids that rise above the rainforest canopy. At its heart stands a massive structure over 180 feet tall, built from millions of limestone blocks. Hidden for centuries beneath thick vegetation, Calakmul still holds secrets of its rulers, wars, and rituals. With more than 6,000 structures mapped, archaeologists continue to uncover how this jungle metropolis shaped Mesoamerican history. Carved high into rugged limestone cliffs along Turkey's Dalyan River, the rock-cut tombs of Kaunos remain one of archaeology's most haunting enigmas. Dating back to the 4th century before Christ, these elaborate facades resemble miniature temples complete with columns and pediments hewn directly into the mountainside. The placement suggests not only engineering mastery, but also a spiritual belief that the soul's journey required elevation toward the heavens. Though the Lycian culture that created them has long vanished, the tombs stand as enduring testaments, half architecture, half mystery, still defying full explanation. Ephesus. In western Turkey, near the Aegean coast, lies Ephesus, an ancient city that once stood as a dazzling center of trade, religion, and culture. Founded by the Greeks around the 10th century before Christ, and later expanded by the Romans, it became home to nearly 250,000 people. Its marble-paved streets still reveal traces of grandeur. The massive theater, carved into a hillside, could seat over 20,000 spectators, while the Library of Celsus rises in intricate stonework that has withstood almost 2 millennia. Even more astonishing was the Temple of Artemis, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, larger than a modern football field. Earthquakes, conquests, and shifting rivers buried much of the city, but ongoing excavations continue to unearth mosaics, sculptures, and hidden passageways. Ephesus is not just ruins, it is a frozen echo of human ambition, engineering, and mystery, a place where archaeologists still struggle to explain how such colossal architecture was created with tools so simple. Hampi. In southern India, hidden among rugged hills and boulder-strewn plains, lies Hampi, the ghostly capital of the mighty Vijayanagara Empire. Once thriving with 500,000 people in the 14th century, it was one of the world's richest cities compared to Rome for its scale and splendor. Today, its haunting landscape stretches across nearly 16 square miles, where colossal stone chariots, towering gopurams, and intricate carvings rise from granite. The Vitala Temple, with its legendary musical pillars that produce tones when struck, still puzzles archaeologists, as their exact construction techniques remain a mystery. Massive markets, water systems, and royal enclosures hint at extraordinary urban planning far ahead of its time. Destroyed in the 16th century by invading armies, Hampi now stands as a surreal blend of nature and ruins, where every rock seems to whisper untold stories of wealth, power, and engineering brilliance that no one can fully explain.